The Leadership Series Class of 2026. Wednesday, May 13th.
Welcome everyone.
This is the point in the leadership series where everybody tries to hang on to every minute left together because you can feel the end creeping up, and it's like, oh, but when are we ever going to see everybody again? Well, we have a way for you to see everybody again.
Yes.
And it's called the Graduate Academy, so that you guys can see each other once a month at our monthly meetings, and it's only for people who graduate the leadership series. But we're going to talk more about that in the weeks to come. But just know it's not over. There's more.
Never over.
It's never over. Deb collects humans.
30 years and I'm still
never want to say goodbye.
The paper you always sign.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
Oh, good. Yeah, Tammy.
I'm sorry to change the subject, but I'm just incredibly curious about Keith and your outfit.
We should have started with that.
I know. He did that for us.
I'm working the vets tonight, so Veterans Memorial Auditorium.
Just
Nice.
once you should say you did it for us, Keith. Just once.
I thought,
doesn't he look like James Bond?
He dresses up good.
Yeah.
Well,
we got James Bond in class today.
James Bond.
No, what about Double O Keith?
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Double O Keith reporting for duty.
Love.
He's dangerous. He's got the talent and the charisma.
So everybody look up at the camera. Everybody look up once more with feeling and see yourself in the camera. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Like you want to sit up, look at the screen because we want to see you and not just the top of your head.
Dang, I gotta write that down. He's dangerous with talent and charisma. I need to write that down.
It's 10 past 1.
I know, but it's worth it. Double O Keith.
But now let's do the class.
Hey. Listen, we have so few people today that it's actually going to take a lot less time than it normally does because we're going to fly through this icebreaker. So we're missing a few people, but that's okay. Today, did everybody get my email about the icebreaker today? Yeah? Okay. All right. If you did not, I will tell you what the icebreaker is going to be. You're going to introduce yourself like we always do. And then I want you to share one thing just one thing. Yes, Deb's putting the one finger. One thing that you learned at the conference last week, either on the Thursday or Friday night, or something really cool that you experienced at the conference. So something significant about the conference, not just, I had fun at the dinner dance. Yeah, well, everybody had fun at the dinner dance, but what specifically, give us something that was cool that happened at the conference for you, okay, on either day. So we're gonna start at the top and work our way through because it'll give you guys some time to think about it. So we're gonna put Keith in the hot spot because he's Double O Keith.
Yeah. I'm Keith, and the one thing was hearing Jeff jokes, the jokes from Jeff.
Yes.
Friday.
For those of you who are not at the dinner dance, Jeff Christie is a comedian, and he got up to do 5 minutes of funny with Jeff Christie, and it was very funny. We're still giggling.
He's one of our board members.
Yeah, he's one of our board members. So the Hello Kitty joke was my favorite. I laughed out loud.
I know. I thought it was gonna be.
Okay. And my name is Michelle, and one thing that I really enjoyed about you'd think I would have thought of this in advance. There were so many things, but I love how, and this is kind of a weird geeky logistics thing, but we could see how many people went into each workshop throughout the course of Thursday. And I love the fact that there were a lot of people in each workshop. Everybody didn't go to just one. It's like everybody was enjoying all of them. Like it was split kind of almost evenly. And that was really cool because I love that everybody found something different that was interesting to them, So, and I love that we had some people here presented right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Miles is not here, but he presented. So that was my favorite part. Alex Hubbard?
Thank you, Michelle White.
Yeah. I'm saying Alex Hubbard to not be confused with Alex Mortarelli.
Not but Alex Hubbard, not to be confused with Alex Mortarelli.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wink. One of the coolest things about the dinner dance for me was seeing my brother dance with Deanne and Joe McCarthy's mom. He's a good dancer, and they're really kind, caring people, and they danced with him, and that was really fun to see. And he had a good time.
That's awesome. Good.
All
right.
Deb, should we go to you next, or should we kind of skip over
No,
you?
let's not
your mouth
skip
the rest?
Deb. Come on.
She can talk some.
Except Michelle took me.
So, Deb, what cool
My-
thing or something you learned from either the conference or the
I got it.
second part?
Okay. Michelle took mine.
Oh,
I'm Deb, and I thought that was really cool too. How many people went to all the sessions, but just the whole conference day. That everybody that came was definitely tuned into being there and staying for it. That was really fun. And that's all I got really. So
yeah.
Alicia and Kevin hit it. Oh wait, I'm not done. I'm sorry. Of course not.
Oh,
My
sorry,
favorite,
Kevin.
I'm sorry, but because I saw Kevin's face, my favorite part of the whole conference though was everybody's stories. Because everybody's stories were amazing. And seriously, I could say, well, this one was my favorite. They're all my favorite for one reason or another. But you guys, like, those were incredible. Yeah. Okay, now Alicia and Kevin.
What did you like about the conference on Friday night?
Often.
Did you learn anything new?
I can't.
Kevin,
It
were
was
you
his
able
first-
to? You weren't able to be there on Thursday, were you?
Mm-mm.
You got to see your video. His came out. Yours was one of my very favorite ever.
Can't think of anything. What about where we sat or who we sat with?
Kevin, did you get the linguine pasta?
I never did.
No,
No?
he had the fish.
Was it good?
Good.
Yeah. Okay, good, good. All right. Because that looked really good. And I'm not a fish person, but that looked good. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Len?
the
No, it was mahi mahi.
Mom, Hawaii. Hawaii. Monkey.
Mahi mahi with mango relish, which is very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Mango.
Yeah. It was good, right? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. All right. So that's something. All right. Alicia, how about you?
Well, if I wasn't brain dead today,
Oh, I hear that.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't eat fish for my brain. I'm sorry.
Mm.
One of the classes, they were talking about where to get information from the state, and there was a section of the state that I didn't even know existed, a department that you can reach out to. But of course, I can't think of what it was right now.
Oh.
I thought I wrote it down. I was looking for it, but I didn't write it down either.
Oh.
We're gonna put
Which
all of that
workshop
stuff
was it?
on the
Yeah.
the conference page. So if you didn't write it down, it's because everybody any resources that people shared, we're gonna put all those up there too. So you'll find all of it. Was it the employment one?
No, I think like standing up for yourself or something like that.
The doctors one? Stand how to speak up with the doctors?
Oh,
Job
supported decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it the Sergeant Center's website for supported decision making? That
Oh,
webpage?
um,
These are just quick icebreakers. I have to interrupt and
Yeah.
say that everybody's got
Sorry.
ideas and stuff to add to it, but
Sorry.
you know.
Oh, here's Miles. All right. So that's good. That's good. You learned something new. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Nathan, what did you like from the conference?
It was pretty cool to see the number of people who joined at Thursday over Zoom. And I was pretty amazed at how many people can actually join and wanting to go to that when we're all
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good.
Also, I got a quick question for Deb. The stories that we recorded, will I be able to get a link to that recording? I would like to share that
Yeah,
with my
it's
parents.
on right now. It's on I put it on the
Okay, cool.
page this morning, and I think on our page I might put everybody's stories up individually in case you want to like that's me. But you can see
Cool.
it right now, and you
All
can
right.
it's on the YouTube thing. But I can make a file you can download too. I can just put the MP4 up there, and everybody can just save it forever if they want.
YouTube's good.
Nice.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. You want to pass it to the guy next to you, Nathan?
Yeah, sure. Tyler, what did you like about the conference last week?
It was pretty nice. I learned a lot of stuff on the conference and stuff. I liked the conference. It was pretty
Good. Which workshop did you go to, Tyler?
the map one and the world around the world workshops.
Oh, so you did the You on the Map with the Google Maps?
Yes.
Awesome. Very good. And did you learn how to use it? Was it helpful?
Yes, I did. It was
Good.
helpful.
Good. That's great. Very good. All right. Can you pass it to the guy next to you?
Sure, let me look. Tammy and Xavier, what was your favorite spot on the conference?
Thanks for asking, Tyler. My favorite parts of the workshop were the individuals that were invited to share their stories, because just like we did our stories, it was nice to hear other people that we don't know and the experiences they have, and why the workshops were so important. So having that personal hands-on experience was really cool for me. Xavier, what did you find interesting about the conference?
Basically, it's a bit of, for me, it's like Finley's history and that type of stuff.
So if you weren't at the employment one, we heard about Finley.
Yeah. Basically how and why they were basically founded in that type of way. Basically how they're growing and expanding, that type of thing.
That's cool. So you enjoyed hearing their story about their job?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Okay. All right. You want to pass it?
Yes. I'm going to pass it to Molly.
Hi everyone. My favorite part of the conference, I did the Google Maps as well. I honestly didn't know that existed. But I just wanted to add another piece is I was shocked with how many people came to the how to pick up at the doctors as well.
Yay! Yeah, good. So it was a good session?
It was a very good session.
Oh, that's
And I
awesome.
hope a lot of people get a lot out of it.
Yeah, good. That's what it's about. Awesome. Okay. Pass it to the guy next to you.
Hi, my name is Alex M. Of course, we say this all the time, not to be confused with Alex H. My favorite part of the conference was that I attended the How to Beat Loneliness breakout room. And like, it taught me, it taught me all about like, how to combat like, the feelings or physical state of loneliness when it comes to, like either like situations where like your friends can't make it to hang out with you or something like that, or like you don't have anybody like romantically special or like close to you.
And so you got some tips on how to deal with that? Is that what?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
awesome.
Like,
Good.
yeah, like, it taught me how to reach out more if like you don't have
Yeah.
anything else to do, or like, you don't have any work plans or job days to attend to, and you want to do something to get out of the house productively and stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Which you're just making me want to watch that recording. So just so you guys know, in the next week or two, Deb is going to have all the recordings of all the workshops up on the conference page. So, hey, Nora, thanks for coming to class. There's the cat there with the Moors. So be looking for that. That's going to be very good that everybody can watch all these recordings. So, all right, can you pass it to the guy next to you, Alex?
All right. Andy, what was your trailblazing moment in the conference and why?
Well, I got to introduce my girlfriend to people.
Good. That's
And
awesome.
Andy can dance, you guys. I saw
And
you
do you have
dancing,
my-
Andy. Yeah.
All right. And then you want to pass it to the person next to you?
Marina. Yes.
Marina looks very excited.
Yes, I am very excited.
Oh, so what was your favorite part of the conference or something that you learned?
My favorite part was how to speak to the doctors, because every time when I go to my doctors with my mom and they usually ask me the questions and I don't know it, so I just keep looking at my mom for some answers. So I never get nervous by going to the doctors. Because
All right.
when I was a little baby, I had a surgery on my heart, and I'm afraid it might blast me open again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this workshop helped you to not be as nervous? Yeah. Good. That's awesome. I'd love to hear that. So that's thanks to Molly and her friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Can you see who's next to you?
Who?
Say something.
Hello, Marina.
Hi, Dan.
How? I'm Deanne, and I first of all, I love the conference. I love to see people and see what they learn, and I actually want to see every workshop when it's all up there because I heard they were all amazing. So I love seeing everybody, and I also love seeing everybody at the dance. And Marina, I saw you boogieing down.
Yeah, she can dance.
It was really good to see people, just getting together. So those are my favorite moments of the conference. And I think Miles is next to me, but I'm not sure if he's on his camera. Oh, there he is.
I'll unmute you, Miles. There you go.
Thank you very much. Can you all see me?
Kind of. Yeah, there you are. Yeah.
Perfect. My favorite part of the conference was just getting to know more about my benefits, and also just to know what I can get still on disability with working benefits and such. That was great. As well as the peer support presentation, because I just love the fact that everybody should join that or become a client of that. That's a great program. If I say so myself, I'm not biased at all, Deanne.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
No, we weren't being flat.
That's awesome. Miles, I'm glad that the workshop went well for you.
Oh, yes.
And your
loved it.
team.
I
Yeah.
loved it. It was great.
Good. Awesome. All right.
Yeah,
So see everybody. Go ahead.
I want to get in touch with that.
Oh, for
guy.
the peer-to-peer?
Yeah, because
So it's not up and running yet, but I'll let you know, and Deanne will let you know. But
Okay.
yeah, definitely get involved with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Because I want to know more about the trial work.
Oh, you want Jay McKay. You want the
Yeah, McKay.
employment, right?
Okay. Yes.
Oh, for the employment. Yeah. But this is really good, guys, that you all had something different that you took away from the conference. And that's why there's such a selection. There's so many things going on, so many things to do, because it touches everybody in a different way. So
I just also wanted to add that I loved the class singing at the conference
Yes.
dinner dance, and I apologize so much for dragging Nathan up there because he was filming. I told him on site, but I'm like, I wasn't even thinking. The poor man, he's like, I'm trying to film it. I'm like, no, come up with us.
we appreciate the
He's a
filming.
good
You
sport.
needed
What
to
a
be
good
on the other
sport.
end of the camera.
I know,
then
but he was a
also-
good sport. And Kevin and Alicia too. And Alicia's like, I'm not. It's only fun. I'm like, come on. Thank you for all being good sports about
He
it.
does
This is nice.
every class, so not just you guys.
And I believe we did warn you about that at the dinner dance, she was going to drag everybody up from the class to take a class picture and sing the song. She meant it. We do it every year. So much fun. This was like a really good conference. And part of that is thanks to you guys, because you put so much work in the last month or so into it. So thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oh, awesome. So last time we had a class that we didn't do a recording was 2 weeks ago, and we talked about disability rights. Does everybody remember doing that? So 3 weeks ago, we talked about disability rights, and we are going to continue talking about that for the next few weeks in one way or another, because it's a really important topic. But today, Deb's going to rest her voice and her mouth and recover. So we are going to kind of shift gears and pull up a class lesson that we were going to do a few weeks from now, but we're going to do it today. And it's on voting, because that is a very important thing. When we're talking about disability rights, you need to understand that that's something that you're supposed to be a part of. If you want rights, you have to vote. Like, vote. Your voice counts. That's what self-advocacy is speaking up. So we're going to talk about voting today. And that may not sound exciting, but I promise you it is. Okay? It is. It's very exciting. So
None of the other stuff, the laws and stuff that we're going to talk about the next couple of weeks after this, none of that would happen unless people vote for the people
Right.
in office.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And also, can I just add that not everybody had a right to vote until many years later. So it is extremely important.
it's honestly, it's even more important because certain people in certain positions are trying to take it away from
that's
people.
good point. We don't talk about politics when we talk about voting.
We don't. But you got to know that you need to speak up.
Regardless of who's in what office, it is always important to vote.
It's
Because if
always
you stop voting and, like, say the whole disability community said, well, they don't care about us, they won't listen to us, my vote doesn't matter. You can end up losing that right. We don't want to go backwards, people. We're going forward. And as we talk about the history of disability rights in the coming weeks, you're going to see, wow, some people are like real heroes in getting you the rights that you have right now. So you got to pass it. What do you call it? Pass it forward? That's not right.
Pass the baton.
Yeah, pass the baton. Yeah. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
You know, for people coming after you. So it's really exciting. I'm just babbling as Deb pulls up.
They were trailblazers. So
trailblazers. And honestly, every time that you vote, it's trailblazing.
Yep.
If you don't, it's the basic thing we've said for years about voting is that if you don't exercise, it's like any muscle. If you have a muscle, all you sports people, Keith will tell you, if you don't exercise your that muscle, then you lose it. And voting is a muscle, like the thing. So here we go.
Deb, I want to mention I find it just aggravating how a lot of people don't value voting in this world.
We're not going to cast any blame. Some people have never voted. We've had classes where some people, we had one woman, Deal, tell you years ago, who she had never voted before, ever. And if you say, oh, it's aggravating, then she felt miserable. So we're like, it's whoever wants for what, my
76
That's true.
years
It is
old.
important, but I guess what you're saying, Deb, is to get people out there and to start doing it, And
Yeah. In an encouraging way. So, all right, I have it up. So I am going to now share my screen. But then that means I'm not going to be able to really see you guys. So, but I'm gonna stop sharing and
I can
You can watch for people. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Can everybody see that? Alex, would you like to take this slide?
Yes, I'd love to take this slide.
Thank you.
So, voting. So in this image, we have a pile of red, white, and blue voting pins with stars on them, and in the middle it says vote. We're going to talk today about voting rights, why we vote, and how you can get started.
That's right. How to get started. All right. You want to do this one too? You just kind of.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right.
Yes.
Vote. Elections are coming. Know your voting rights. The image is a button that says vote. It has some lightning rods or lightning bolts kind of coming out of it. Yeah. Elections are coming. Know your voting rights.
Yeah. Some of these slides are just like, hey, we're setting it up for what's coming here. You want to describe this slide? And we're gonna get these first few slides out of the way, and then we're gonna start talking about stuff.
Voting is a great way to speak up. So on this picture here, we have a box that says disability voters, our rights, our needs, our lives. There are some check mark boxes with a pencil there, so you can check who or what you're voting for. And the second image is a circle with a person in a chair, and it says vote on it, and it has choice and option in little red letters on a little ticket that he has.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. So when and I just literally just said this, but when you learn about disability history in the weeks to come, you're going to learn about how hard some people fought to gain rights for people with disabilities. So, and one of those votes is writing. One of those votes is writing. One of those rights is I'm going to be honest with you, and I think Deb feels the same way. We have not recovered from the conference yet, but we're almost there.
I have not recovered as
Getting
well.
there.
Not there.
No.
I'm telling you, yesterday, all I could really do was just stare at a wall. I was exhausted. Please forgive me. So one of those rights that these people worked so hard for is that you would have the right to vote. And like Deanne just said, that's kind of a recent thing. So that's not even like, oh, well, this has been around for 100 years. No, this is very recent. So it's important to exercise your rights, just like Deb just said, and speak up with your vote so you can make the world better for you and for others and for the people coming down the line in the future. Is there anybody? Deanne, do you want to take this one? Do you want to describe what's on the screen?
Yes, voting rights. You have the right to polling place access. So we have it looks like a gentleman in a wheelchair. And it says voting here, but he has a lot of steps to go through. And then we have an X over the picture, which means it's not accessible. And so, and then on the right side, we have a picture of a voting with a little picture of a wheelchair and an arrow going to the accessibility place, where it's more accessible. So that has a check mark on it, because that is going to be more accessible than the one on the left. Not only do we have the right to vote, we also have the right to be able to have access to your polling location. And I always find it a little difficult, even when they have it, they say it's accessible, but then I gotta go through all these. I have to go all the way down to the other side and then come all the way up the other side. So you shouldn't arrive to vote only to find that there are no ramps. If you need one, the doors should be accessible as well. And there should obviously be accessible parking. So as I said, where my polling place is, it's not very accessible. Although I can get in the building, but I gotta go all the way around the building to get into the building. So
and what if it's raining that day? I mean, it sounds like, well, at least there's a place, unless you're in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like you're going all the way around the building.
Yeah. And so that they obviously have an accessible way. It's a school, so they have to have an accessible way.
Right.
But sometimes I really wish people would think about what accessible could be. Like if the parking is right in front for accessibility, you would think that the accessibility would be right in front, not having to go around and um go up the little curb cut to get into the building. Like I don't know. So
Yeah.
even though people say it's accessible, um, sometimes it really isn't as accessible as they say it is.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. You
but
can tell the places that are just checking the box, right?
I
Yeah.
also understand that, and I've gone through that as well.
right.
They say
Yeah.
it isn't, but it's totally not, and they make it seem like it is. And I've even brought it up to the polling people, and they're like, "Well, we're doing the best we can." I'm like, I get that, but I'm not only talking about me. I'm talking about for our whole community. You know.
Yeah. And the squeaky wheel gets the grease, honestly. Okay. If nobody ever said anything to them, they would think it's fine, right? And that's why it's so important to speak up. Like keep being in their faces. Hey, you know that this isn't really that accessible, right? Like, don't let them think that it is.
And I've said that. I've said that. Like this isn't really accessible. You know, but there are other issues when it comes to voting as well, because um not every wheelchair is the same, and it's not every height and whatever, and I don't expect people. I don't everybody's wheelchair and size is different. But even when you get into the voting, sometimes it's not as accessible there either. So
Yeah.
I was just to share a little story. I went to the senior center once because that was my polling place, and the lady, she meant well, but she's like, "Oh, I mean, she was like in her 70s or whatever." So I give a little bit of grace, but I had to be like, because she was like, "Oh, how nice you voted. You wrote no, how nice you wrote your name and you voted." And I was like, I am here to vote. Like,
Oh my gosh.
It should be like a whole thing. Like, I don't know. I've been writing my name for years, so yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, no.
anyway, but
I get it.
the things that you go through when you have to vote, but you make it happen.
But you make it happen because it's really important.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So accessibility is really important.
Mm.
To get into the place, to actually have accessibility to get up to the table where you're gonna vote and all that.
Yeah. Good. Okay. The next slide. Alex, do you want to take this one?
More voting rights. You have the right to accommodations and supports. The image, we have a person helping someone who is blind throw their ballot in the box. Additionally, you have the right to whatever reasonable accommodations and supports you need when you go to vote. You have the right to vote for, or sorry, you have the right to bring anyone of your choosing with you to help you with the voting booth. Or you can ask someone working at the polling place to help you if you need it.
Yeah, and it's really important to emphasize this, that you have the right to bring someone with you, someone of your choosing, not someone who says they want to go with you, or someone, Deanne, I feel like you have a story about this. I can see it on your face. Go ahead, you share so you can give an example.
So I actually asked somebody to come in and support me, because not only are they gonna help me get up to the table, but they also it's those little bubbles. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll do as much of the little bubble as I can, but then they just go over it because it's gotta be, you gotta be able to read it. You gotta be able to so when I'll bring somebody in there and they kind of help with that. But I've already voted, and they're just coming in and making it a little darker and stuff. But you have the right to bring in whoever you want. So whether it's Xavier's mom is gonna help Xavier, whether it's Molly and her staff, you have the right to bring whoever you want to help you in the voting place. And I feel like we'll talk a little bit more about this, Michelle, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think it's the next
I'll
slide.
wait.
Yeah, I know where you're going with it, but I think I'm looking right now.
Yeah.
It's coming up. We are going to talk
Okay,
about
all
that.
right,
Yeah.
good.
I'm reading your
So-
mind right now. I know where you're going with it.
So I won't go into that, but you have
Yeah.
every right to bring whoever you want.
And they should have somebody there as part of the accessibility efforts at the polling place. There should be somebody sitting at the table where you check in or whatever, someone that can assist you if you need it. So maybe you didn't bring somebody, but you're looking at, the ballot and you're just a little confused about something and you just have some questions. You can ask them for assistance. They will have somebody there who can come and help you. However, there are some warnings to go with that, but we're going to talk about it in another slide. That's where you were going with it, right,
Yeah,
Deanne?
that's where I was going. Yeah.
All right. So voting rights in Rhode Island. On the screen, there is an image of a magnifying glass over a screen. And then next to that, there's a person sitting at a table to vote. Underneath that, on the left, there's a line of people waiting to vote. And then next to that, people checking in to vote. So here's the thing about voting rights in Rhode Island. And I'm going to leave the picture up just because I want you to be able to see the picture as I'm telling you the different rights. Rhode Island has published the rights that people with disabilities have when it comes to voting. And some of those rights that you have in Rhode Island are these. 1, all voting locations must provide you with a screen magnifier if you need one. So that picture of the magnifying glass over the screen, okay? They have to give you a magnifier if you need one. Also, you must be allowed to use the seated voting booth. So if you struggle, or especially if you have like a cane or a walker, and so like trying to stand to vote while you're trying to balance yourself, that can be really difficult for some people. So they have a place that they have to let you use where you can sit down to vote at a table. So it's just a little more accessible for you. The third thing, if you remember the picture of everybody standing in line, if standing in line will cause you severe discomfort, you must be allowed to move to the front of the line. Okay. Or if like waiting in lines in general causes a lot of anxiety or physically it's uncomfortable, they have to let you go to the front of the line, but you just need to talk to somebody about it. Okay. So don't just stand in line getting frustrated or suffering, or talk to somebody at the check-in desk, and they have to give you access to the front of the line. You may ask election officials for assistance at any time, even if you already entered the voting booth. And we just talked about this in the last slide. So they have someone there. And even if you went into the voting booth and you're like, oh, wow, this is a lot more, confusing or anxiety producing than I had anticipated, and I need some help, you can leave the voting booth, go to the check-in desk, and they'll have somebody there that can come and help you. And the last one, there must be at least one accessible voting machine at every polling place. We're going to learn more about that in the next slide. Anybody who went to the dinner dance had a chance to see that. Did everybody go to the table with the express vote machine? Raise your hand if you went to the express vote machine. Oh, Miles just dropped out. Yeah, so a bunch of you saw it. Okay, good. So I'm gonna share the screen again. Deanne, do you wanna take this one?
Yes. There she is. So you saw this lady on if you went to the express vote machine, you saw this lady at on Friday. So the first picture is Kate Bowden with an express vote machine at the dinner dance. Oh yeah, see, Friday night, it was the picture. So the second picture is a telephone with the word hotline under it. Hotline for help with the next vote on election day is 401-831-3150. So we have the express vote features. Say that really fast a couple times.
I know that's hard. Yeah.
It features LCD touchscreen, so you can touch it. When you're looking for to vote, you can just touch it. It has a rubber textured dictatorial hardware arrows and buttons with braille text. So if you can't see, you'll know what you're able to do. Auto jack with headphones for auto ballot, so you can listen to it with the headphones, and so nobody can hear what it's saying to you, and also it gives you a little bit more privacy. High contrast mode. Michelle, can you explain that a little bit?
I think, and I'm going to pull it up again so we can see some of these features. The high contrast mode is the way that the lighting of the screen and like the lettering on the screen, it's like it's a higher contrast, so it's easier to see.
Easier, okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then screen privacy mode. So this is usually when only you can see it. So nobody on either side of you or and then can see what you're voting. And it's also unless they're right up close to it to see it. So it gives you a little bit of privacy.
Yeah, so on the screen, can you guys see the headphones there that are plugged in? So you can listen to the instructions for your ballot and you can hear the choices and you can see some of these features that Deanne just described. And one of the ones that you missed in the list was and I don't know what this is, but maybe somebody here does, and you can tell me. It's an ADA dual switch access, a DSA port.
Huh.
Does that mean anything to anybody?
Does anybody know what that means or what that is?
If Deb were here, she could probably tell us. But
I wonder if it's like anybody can act like I wonder if it's a button that's easy for anybody to use.
I feel like if it's a port, I wonder if if somebody has assistive technology that they use, if
they
it
can
can
plug
plug
it in.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I'm guessing.
I never knew.
Yeah.
In assistive technology, a switch is a tool that people with limited mobility use to control another device. Dual switch access gives people more than one option for the type of technology they want to use. For example, dual switch access on the Express Vote machine allows people who use either a sip and puff or a two-position rocker to use their preferred AT device to cast their vote.
Well, and this is just some of the features that this machine includes, and it's amazing. Like whatever kind of accessibility feature you need, it has it. So they've found as many ways as they can to make it possible for everybody to vote. So even if you can't read, you can listen with the headphones, just like Marina has on right now, the special headphones. So there are no reasons why you should feel like you can't go and vote, which is very, very cool. So you want to share that end part, and I'll pull it up again. So
I'll share the end part. So if you have any questions, if you use the Express vote machine to vote on election day and have any questions or need any help, the hotline that we just mentioned is available for you to call. And again, the number is 401-831-3150. So it sounds like you can call with any questions the day of, and and get answers. So
And I imagine you can probably call that number anytime if you have questions about
right, and
Express Vote.
anytime, but it also sounds like you can call the day of if you have any.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Because maybe you step up to it and you're like, I don't remember what Kate Bowden showed me at the dinner dance, right? And so
Yeah,
you can call.
And right, and so because sometimes people at the poll they get training on how to use it, but sometimes they forget or they're not sure or so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, do we expect that you're going to remember this phone number come November?
No.
Probably not. So you have a couple of options. This PowerPoint presentation will be on the class page, which you have access to forever. So all the things that we've learned so far this year and for the rest of the year, you have access to that. But also, Kate Bowden is with Disability Rights Rhode Island. So if you go on their website, I'm sure that this phone number is there.
And I think the number sounds familiar, so I wonder if it is disability
just disability rights. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I believe it is actually, yeah.
Disability Rights Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. That's the Disability Rights Rhode Island phone number. So they're available anytime, really, any day, to answer any questions you have about Express Vote. But that day, they will make sure somebody's there answering questions on election day. So awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good. I love that. Kate Bowden is very passionate about this. So she comes pretty much every year to the dinner dance to set up her machine.
And she's always willing. That's one of their priorities is voting.
Yeah.
So she's always willing to come out and talk to people about it. And, Perspectives has had her out to talk about voting and stuff. So she's always willing to come anywhere to talk about voting.
Yeah.
Even at a dinner dance.
Even at a dinner dance. And look how nice and quiet it is. That's right before the dinner dance was getting started, like before people started showing up, and it was nice and quiet. Nobody was around. I'm like, breathe it in because it's going to be very crazy in a couple of minutes. And it was. Yeah. It was so much fun.
And I kind of was looking over someone's shoulder as she was showing people stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And people were really into it. So that was cool. That was really cool. All right. So moving on. Alex, you want to take this one?
Yes. Register to vote. The image shows red, white, and blue stripes with red and blue stars, and it says register to vote. And to vote, you have to sign up or register to vote.
You can't just show up that day having done nothing, right?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
That's a joke. Definitely you can't.
So, why don't you take this one too, Alex?
It's Daffy, my favorite Looney Tune. But why register to vote? What's the big deal about voting? And the image shows Daffy shrugging his shoulders with his hands up, looking like he doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
Whatever. So in the next couple slides, we're going.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
In the next couple slides, we're going to learn about why it's so important to vote and why, like Deb said, it's a muscle that needs to be used or it loses strength.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's pause for a second and you guys answer this question. Why register to vote? What's the big deal about voting? What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts on that. Why is it important to vote? Ooh, Xavier. Yeah.
Okay. Multiple reasons. One, to basically, reason is to basically, as you said, make their voices heard. Another thing is to, putting it delicately, get rid of anyone we think aren't doing a job.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Or bringing in somebody you think will do the job that you want, right?
Yes.
So ways, getting rid of and bringing in. Tyler, did you have a reason that you think it's important to vote? No? Okay. All right. Miles? Did you have
Perfect. Perfect. It's my perfect. Be with momentarily. I'm muted again, I believe. Am I muted?
No, we
No,
can hear
you're
you.
good.
So I would say it's important to vote, to let your voice heard, and vote for who you want in office.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Anybody else? Why register to vote? Why go through all the trouble? Why bother? What's the big deal?
I think it's important for us to register to vote too, so people, and not only what everybody else said, but to also let the community see that we're all out there and our voices matter just as well as anybody else's.
That's delightful. That is an excellent answer. That is, yes. Yes. So it's not just letting your voice be heard, it's letting you be seen, right? That you're a community and that you come together because there are things that are important to you, right? Yeah, Deanne, you have something?
I was just
Oh.
agreeing, like
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. That's such a great answer. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, before we move on, I want to make sure everybody has a chance to share, like, why do you think it's a big deal to vote? Anyone else? No?
Well, now I do
All right.
have something to say because
Oh, go ahead, Deanne. Go ahead.
I hate to keep going back to it, but I am going to because I do it. I've done a lot of research on this and really understood like how, African American and women and other minorities really fought for this. So for me, not only getting my voice out and making sure that my voice is heard and I make the choice that I think is best for me in that moment. But also I think of it as and I know we're going to talk about it in the next slide, but people have worked so hard to get us to where we can do it. So you don't want to lose it. So you want to make sure that you do it because it is a right and a privilege, which we're going to talk about. But
Yeah.
So that's really what I keep going back to is how much the people before us put into making sure that this happened.
Yeah. I agree. Very good. All right. That's some good answers there, people. Very good. Very good. All right. So responsibility and privilege is what it says on this screen. And there's a group of people waving American flags with a sunset, causing them to be silhouetted. Silhouetted, like you can't see them. You just see their like shadowy figures. So in the last few slides, we learned about all the voting rights that you have. But now let's talk about the responsibility and privilege you have to maintain those rights. So this is all basically going to just be a recap of what Deanne's already said.
Sorry.
But
I think it's important to say it. I think it's just important to say it.
Absolutely. Yes, we can't say it enough, truly, because we get very caught up in our rights. We talk a lot about our rights, but there's also a responsibility when you have those rights. There's something that's required of you, and it's a privilege. It shouldn't just be seen as something that you're entitled to. It's a privilege for everybody. There are some countries that do not have the right to vote, not any of their citizens, period. So, but I'm not going to get too far off my notes because then I'll take all day talking about this. Voting is every American's responsibility, whether you have a disability or not, and whether you're interested in politics or not. I know some people that are like, I don't care about politics. Well, but do you care about having your freedom and your rights as an American? Everybody should care about that. Voting is the way that we can help keep America free. It's our, and I'm putting it in quotes, civic duty. It's the role we should be playing in our freedom. It's a role all of us should be playing in our freedom. We have the right to vote and we have the responsibility to vote, but let's not forget that voting is also a privilege. It's such a privilege. And a privilege means, does anybody want to say what a privilege means so it's not just me talking? I'm so bad at coming up with definitions for things on the spot. So if somebody has a good definition for privilege, go ahead.
I will.
Go
Go ahead, Miles, and then Molly.
So, so I think a privilege is earned. You know, a privilege is earned. It's not a right. I mean, it's a privilege. I'll give it to Molly because she's so great at it.
Yeah, that's good, Miles. Good. I just unmuted you, Molly.
A privilege to me is an honor, and to be able to show up and just do what we have to do as people that live in the United States and just be heard, like I said earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So it's like something that you don't have to do so much as you get to do. Like you get to vote. Yeah, Tammy. Oh, we're going to hear from the lawyer. Tell us.
I personally think a privilege is an unearned advantage that is not given to everybody. So it's special. So, and everybody doesn't get it. That's why it's an unearned advantage for a select few people or a group.
Yeah. And so now, and that's the thing, is that privilege used to be for just some people in America, but a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work by a lot of people has gone into making it a privilege for every American citizen. So that's exactly it, Tammy. So, and I mentioned this before, there are some countries in this world where all the decisions are made for the people without the people having any say in the matter. Which is why we became a country in the first place, because England was making all the decisions about us without ever asking us, but they took our tax money, but didn't ask us, hey, you guys are living on a different continent. Do you need something different? You want to have a say? There was no say. So that does happen. So now we have this privilege in America where we get to have a say, that we say what matters. So let us never forget that voting is a privilege, and we should show our thankfulness for that privilege by getting to the polls and voting on election day. Does everybody feel inspired and like so excited to be an American citizen?
Yes. Well, it's like
Yay!
education and voting, school and voting, the ultimate privileges in American society.
Yes. So good.
And
It's so
I
good.
want to apologize prior for getting a little, edgy about insisting why, but
I know.
Deb is right
passionate.
that you don't want to attack or marginalize like that. You don't want to leave people out, make them feel
Yeah.
bad about having not voted, but rather sometimes, now it's it's an hour later, I came to realize, Deb was right. I learned something even though I'm not a student anymore.
We can always learn. I learn every year in the leadership series.
The best thing is to not judge in position of leadership. You rather
Yeah.
educate and inspire people to vote, not make them feel ashamed to have not done it before.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Alex. And thank you for being so humble to say that. Yeah, because sometimes people just don't realize that their voice matters. Sometimes people don't realize what a great privilege and responsibility it is. But once they know, I think that people really step up. I believe that. So, all right. I'm going to step off my soapbox because I get very excited about these things. So, Deanne, do you want to take this one or?
Yes, so who can register? All right, so we see in image one, we see a man standing in front of a map of the United States. Two, the second one, we see a shape of the state of Rhode Island. And three, we see a birthday cake with arrows above it pointing from the number 16 to the number 18. And then the fourth image is a person in jail with a big red X over the picture. And five, what is that?
A silhouetted judge. Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah.
And a cartoon person thinking, with question marks in his mind, and above him seeming confused. If you want to vote in the next election, you need to register before, but not everyone is able to do that. If you are eligible, it means you are qualified to vote in Rhode Island because you meet certain requirements. Here's a list of the requirements. You must be a U.S. citizen. You must be a resident of Rhode Island.
So when you say that you must be a Rhode Island resident, this is if like you're voting for a Rhode Island
Yes.
office, like if it's a Rhode Island election, like
Yeah.
I live in Massachusetts, I can't vote for the Rhode Island governor
Right.
or the Providence mayor, or you have to be a resident of Rhode Island. So just to
Yeah,
put that
so
out.
you must be at least 16 years old to register to vote, but you must be 18 years old by election day to vote in the election. So you could be 16 and sign up for it, but you can't vote until you actually turn 18 for election day. So that's where it gets a little tricky because people say, "Oh, I can register, but I can't vote yet." So, and
I think the reason they do that, Deanne, is because like if kids go to get their license, I call them kids. If a 16-year-old goes to get their license, the driver's license, they can register right there at the same time. It just makes it, that's how they kind of capture more registered voters in the future. But you can't do anything with it for a couple of years. But yeah.
But now they know. Okay.
Yeah.
You must not be in jail for a felony. So a felony is something really, really bad. Murder is a felony. Other things are felonies. You cannot.
I think Xavier has a suggestion on felony.
Yes.
Deanne, sorry.
I believe a
Well, that's
felony
good
would.
because I couldn't see it. Sorry.
It's okay. I believe a felony would be like a massive crime that involves the threat of violence. I believe
Not
bank robbing is one of them. No,
Yep.
that's a theory.
Yeah, anything that's really severe that that can hurt somebody else or
Felonies are serious crimes, such as murder and robbery, which are punishable by over a year to life in state or federal prison. Less severe offenses, such as petty theft and simple assault, are called misdemeanors and are punishable by fines, probation, or under 1 year in a local jail. In Rhode Island, convicted felons who are still serving time in jail cannot vote.
You must not be judged by a court of law as mental incompetent. That means a judge said that you are not, when you're mentally incompetent, you're not capable of making any of your own decisions. So if you're found mentally competent, you can make decisions, but if you're found mentally incompetent, you can't make, and it found that you can't make reasonable decisions, then you can't vote.
Which I think it was, I want to say it was Kate Sherlock. What's her last name? Is it Sherlock?
It is
Sherlock. Yeah. But she kind of runs the supported decision-making movement in Rhode Island. Yeah, the coalition. Yeah. So talking to her once, she said very, very, very few people are judged mentally incompetent. Like that's almost unheard of. So, but they put it out there as one of the requirements that you can't be judged mentally incompetent. But she said that almost never happens, hardly ever. So that would not be anyone here or anyone you probably know. So, all right, here we go. Yeah. So we are getting close to running out of time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys this website that is amazing. Can I just say that Rhode Island knocked it out of the parks on this one? Okay, because This is a website. It says, how do you register to vote? It's easy. Go to vote. And this is the hardest part, is remembering this. But if you just put in elections in Rhode Island, this website will pop up when you Google it. Go to vote.sos.ri.gov. And that SOS stands for Secretary of State. So it's the Secretary of State for Rhode Island. It's their website. And click on register to vote. This is literally, this picture on the screen that you're seeing is what the website looks like. And it's right at the top on the front page. And where it's circled there, register to vote, it's as simple as that. You click on it and it's very easy to put in the information. Because we're running out of time, I will tell you that anything you need to know about like how to vote, how to get a mail ballot, how to view a sample ballot for the upcoming elections in Rhode Island, all of that, even where your polling place is, everything you need to know about voting in Rhode Island, even specific to you and your city. It's all right here in these squares. It's like you go to vote.sos.ri.gov, everything you need to know about voting, including you put in your address on one of the screens and it'll tell you where you go to vote, what day, who's on the ballot. You can see what the ballot's going to look like. Everything is right here in these squares, and I love it. We should make it homework. You know what? I'm going to email you guys after this, okay? I'm going to email you.
You can fill out that blank ballot and bring it with you.
Ooh, that's so much fun. I wasn't even going to go that far.
One year I did that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was going to say, for homework, I will email this website to you guys. Click it. Just play with it. You can't mess anything up. Just click through those squares that you just saw on the screen and see what you're able to do. It's so much fun. Like, they really have a great, easy website in Rhode Island for elections and voting. Alex, you want to say something?
I don't mean to shift off the topic, but in the link, the SOS part kind of sounds like the state of Rhode Island saying to everybody around the world, saying like, please help us. We need your vote. We need you to register to vote.
Yeah,
it is a bit like that.
How you need to remember it, then yes, that's exactly it. Okay, so I'm going to share one more screen, one more slide. So this is the dates that you need to remember, okay? The midterm general elections are coming up in November. November 3rd, it's Tuesday. It's always the first Tuesday of November that follows a Monday in November. Isn't that wild? So if it was November 1st that landed on a Tuesday and the Monday was October 31st, no. Nope, it'll be the next Tuesday. So it's the first Tuesday in November that follows the first Monday in November. Isn't that wild? Who comes up with these things? I don't know. So the midterm general election is on Tuesday, November 3rd. And the last day you can register, so we're talking about how you have to be registered to vote. The last day that you can do that is Sunday, October 4th. Okay? So if you need to take a picture of this screen to remind you of the dates, you can do that. But this whole slideshow will be on the class page. So the last day you can register is usually 30 days before an election. I wanted to very briefly, share with you, because like all the rest of the slides are basically about how you can mail in a ballot, you can do early voting so that you don't have to deal with any crowds, you can do in-person voting, like however you want to vote. They have lots of ways for you to do that.
And
find all that information on that website I showed you.
And also, I just want to say that I think we forgot to talk about the fact that when you can have support to go to when you vote.
Yeah, let's talk about that now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You say it.
But
yeah.
Part of it is that we talked about being able to read it. We talked about, having somebody there to help you. But if you need help reading it, if you also get those booklets and you decide, hey, I want to vote for Daffy Duck, right? And you go through it and all the referendums, all the things that they're gonna do, and you check it and you check it, you can then bring it with you to the polls to have a reference. So you can actually bring that to help you remember what you wanted to vote for. You can have staff come and read it to you. You can the only thing they can't do is that when you go to vote, it has to be your vote. So somebody else can't vote for you. So if you have a question on the vote, if you have a question on a voting or you need help, and you get help from the poll, it has to be two people from either side, either party, that help to make sure that no one is influencing you on how to vote.
Yeah. So if someone comes to help you and you go to vote for someone and they can't say, what are you crazy? Don't vote for them. They're terrible. You need to vote for. No.
No.
You tell them, hey, this is my vote. Okay.
Yeah.
You can vote for whoever you want to. Okay. It is up to you. Don't let anyone influence you that way.
And
That's a
why
big no-no.
And that's why they have, if they're gonna help you at the poll, like read a question or something, they have to have the two people because they want to make sure it's even. Nobody's influencing one over the other. They're not influencing you. But
Yeah.
you could take things to the poll. You could take what you wrote down. You could take pictures if you can't read, but you understand the pictures. You could take anything with you into the polls to help you.
Yep. For my family, we always look at all the questions that are going to be on the ballot. We talk about it, talk it through. We usually come to the same consensus because we're all very like-minded. So I'll text the whole family. Question 1, yes. Question 2, no. Question 3. So we just go through and we already know because we know what the ballot's going to look like. So do a little bit of research before, and then it's not so overwhelming in the moment.
And those referendums that you have, like that could be hard. So they send you the booklet, you look it over, and then I don't know about everybody here, but there's a lot of information that I forget. So if I go through it and see it and then check off what I want, then it makes life a little bit easier for me.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's cool. So we have 1 minute left. I want to read this to you real quick because maybe you don't know this, but it's very important to know what the midterm general elections are. Because you'll hear, as we go through the next coming months, you'll hear a lot about the midterms, right? And it's a general election, which means that the whole country is voting on the same thing. It's not a Rhode Island specific thing. It's for the whole country. That's what general election means. And then midterm means that it's halfway through a president's term. So it's a 4-year term. They serve 4 years as president. Halfway through that, which will be this November, for President Trump, we have what's called midterm general election. So, and it's all about, I got it in my speaker notes. I'm not making it because I'm like, I was kind of uncertain. Tammy's probably like, oh my gosh, how do you not know this? But I didn't know. But the midterm general elections are all about Congress. While presidential general elections are every 4 years, the midterm elections fall in between at the 2-year mark. General election, I already told you. Congress is the legislative branch of the government, and it's made up of 435 members of the House of Representatives and 100 senators. Congress provides a check and balance, so it's kind of like an accountability to the executive branch of the government, which is the president and vice president. So Congress is really important, and it's made up of the House of Representatives and 100 senators. And they're coming from all the states, including Rhode Island, and they're kind of giving a balance of power to the president and the vice president. Does that make sense? So that's a very important thing. A change in the makeup of Congress can create a dramatic power shift in the function of a presidential administration. So if there are people, who was it that said voting people out? And we talked about also voting people in. This is the time to do that in the midterms. Was that Xavier?
That
Yes.
was Xavier that said that.
Yeah. So this is your chance in the midterms. If you don't like the way that Congress is doing things, and let's be honest, I don't know anybody who does love what Congress is doing these days because they're all just a hot mess. I say we vote them all out and start over again. Just burn the building down. No, I'm joking. That was all exaggerating. But this is your chance to have your voice heard in who you want out and who you want in Congress. That's what the midterms are about. Does that make sense? I just gave you a 1 minute run through. That was a lot. But you're going to see these slides. You can read through them later and kind of just take your time and absorb the information.
You did it a lot better than I could have, Michelle. I would have just been like, I'd be using all these words and not knowing what word to put them in, and
Yeah, it's a lot. Sometimes it's a lot, but there's a lot of really good information out there for you guys, including the rest of this PowerPoint presentation that we did not have time to show today, but it will be on the class page. So once Deb gets it up on the page, which she's not feeling well, so it's not going to be until the end of the week. I'll let you know that it's there. So you can just kind of go through. Look at Nora. She's so cute. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Be watching for an email from me about that website because I want you guys to click on it and play with it. It's really actually very cool. Go have fun with it, okay? And then I want to hear about it next week. So be prepared to tell us some stories about what you learned on that SOS website. Help! We need help in Rhode Island. Please vote. I'm never going to forget that, Alex. That's very funny.
I know.
Yeah, I just thought I pointed out.
You're on fire today, Alex. First, the Double O'Keefe thing. Wasn't that you? That was you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, it's good. All right. So have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next
have a wonderful
Wednesday.
day,
Okay?
all. I know
Thank
it's
you,
not
everybody.
where it is
Bye,
here.
guys.
The sun isn't really out, but maybe it'll
Yeah,
come
but
out.
it's
I
still
don't know.
beautiful. Thanks, guys.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
That's a wrap. See you next week, Wednesday, May 20th from 1 to 2:30 p.m.
Produced by Advocates in Action, Rhode Island. Copyright 2026. Remember, nothing about us without us.